Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract. No heating, no problem, Berlin. Set in Berlin and supplied to us today by Paul Anderson, 37. So moving on to our briefing, thanks to Terence Chester and him cutting corners, the heating at the biker hangout is very temperamental. 47 has come to the rescue. And moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them along with a free map. And for today's challenge we'll be starting as the biker, and we're going to have a silenced SMG stored up in the biker garage, and we'll be bringing with us a silenced pistol. So, right from the start and off the bat, if we get out of this comfy leather chair and move out into the corridor, we will encounter our first target, and he is stood over by the fire barrel there. So we're going to quickly put one bullet into the barrel, and then when he comes to investigate, we can put one bullet into the puddle of oil, and we will make him rather warm rather briefly. So with one target down, we are going to move on to our next 2 targets, and we're going to do a little bit of setup. So we're going to grab the propane cylinder here and keep a very close eye on Agent Lowenthal as they are an enforcer. We're going to take our propane cylinder around to the workbench, and we're going to just throw that on the floor behind our target. And then we're going to return to the rec room and retrieve the other propane cylinder, trying not to get spotted by Agent Lowenthal, who will be coming this way in a few moments. So we do need to get in position. Now luckily enough, Agent Lowenthal is the one going to be removing the body from our previous target. So what we're going to do is throw our second propane cylinder in front of the workbench, so we now have one either side, and because Agent Lowenthal is on body retrieval, we have plenty of time with which to pounce on our target here. We're going to just line him up against the workbench. He will be spotted by Agent Lowenthal when he returns, but that doesn't matter as we will be ready and waiting to dispatch him when he does. So we're going to go and retrieve our silenced SMG while we're waiting for Agent Lowenthal, and then we're going to position ourselves somewhere where we will be able to get a nice line of sight on one of the propane cylinders. So I'm going to wait just here by this workbench next to the shelving, and when Agent Lowenthal arrives, he will spot the body and he will move in to investigate, of course radioing in first of all, as they always do. This is why the ICA can't catch me. They're always too busy radioing in where they are and what they're doing, whereas I just get on with the job. So once Lowenthal is in position, we detonate the propane cylinder, which will detonate the other propane cylinder, which will also detonate a fire extinguisher and the motorcycle, making sure we eliminate both targets. So we're going to make our way up to the weed farm floor and out onto the balcony. Just going to deal with that camera. We can avoid it, but it's easier to just get rid of it. When we move down to the pallets here, we find another propane cylinder, and we're going to take this one into the warehouse, and we're going to throw it just by the desk here. About here will do nicely. We don't want it to bounce away anywhere. That will be lovely. We're then going to move a safe distance, and we're going to wait for our target to return from being in panic mode. Now this particular target doesn't actually go on body removal, but he does remove a weapon away, and that weapon will be going to the far side of this building. So we are waiting around for a little while. But when our target returns, he will make his way to the desk and he will feel the need to have a cigarette. And as we all know, smoking is very, very bad for your health and it will result in your premature death. Believe me, I know. So once he lights his cigarette, we're going to go on a quick flying lesson almost up to the next floor, but not quite, maybe next time. So 4 targets down, 1 more to go, and we are going to make our way down into the rec room where our final target is located, and we're going to grab the pool ball from the pool table. And we're just going to wait right here for everyone to go back to their usual routine. Now unfortunately the guy with the assault rifle stays in panic mode for quite some time, so it gives us the opportunity to grab the motorcycle keys that we forgot to grab earlier on. So our friend here has just come out of panic mode and then immediately gone back into panic mode for a brief time, but eventually he will make his way over to where the dartboard is, just over our shoulder there, after he's had a nice refreshing drink, and at that point we can then deal with him accordingly and the other gentleman in the room who is not our target. So Mr. Panicky Pants is now heading over towards the dartboard, and we're going to introduce him to the game of pool by clocking him over the head with the pool ball. We're then going to throw the pool ball at our non-target remaining guard and immediately pull out our SMG and mow down our final target. So with everybody now thoroughly dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. And as we have the motorcycle keys, we will head out on our rather loud hog. So there we go, 1 more subscriber contract taken care of, and once we get out of this nuclear facility, we will get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, and that gets us a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.